What is up, y'all? It is Reap2Sow back with Sunday structure, starting off the week correctly and on time and on schedule. As you guys know, on Sunday structure, we go through our constant schedule and pretty much list of I don't almost say activities, but duties in the sense of this is what our life would be looking like every single Sunday, every single week. This is the reset. This is the recap, everything. So basically the first thing we get into is or going over our previous trades that we took the last previous week, and then next will be news and then marking up charts. And we'll should be a little well, not all, we'll always be transparent with you guys about everything we go through. And we had to withdraw some money this week, so we took the account back to like $2,000. But let's no here, no there. So the 19th was the 19th? Uh, my bad. Not the 19th, the 20th. Was it 20th? What was the last trading day for us? The 19th to the 21st. Okay. So 19th, we did not take a trade. We decided to wait and not find anything that has anything to do with us. That's pretty much for that. Going into Wednesday, the 20th, we took a trade. We don't really. That's crazy. I just peeped that our journal. We're not journaling our trades. Could we do our aftermath going over it? So you could already tell right here is the Nasdaq. So let's go to Nasdaq real quick. Let's see what we had got. It was an A-class setup. So let's see. Oh, I think this is the easiest trade in the world. Yep. On Wednesday. Yep. Wednesday 20th, we took this trade on Nas 100. And we went over this a couple times, but we see prices already in a downtrend in the higher time frames before we even get to this part of the trade. Price sold off that previous night going into Wednesday, which is Tuesday. We sold off on Tuesday night, or really Tuesday night going into Wednesday morning. Wednesday morning involves late London and Asian session. So London session bought up. We pulled back after making a new low. Price bought up. That new low, new high. After that sell was respected on a higher time frame, we see price just stop here. That green candle was a stop because all the sellers is here. If we drop down to that time frame, we can see that price starts to reject this upper area. So on a lower time frame, we just saw that this was the high that was created, which is now a lower high, and a bigger picture of things on the 1 hour and the 4 hour, the lower high. We just came from the 1 hour, so it'll just be only the 1 hour, which this current area is the lower high because price is on a lower low, made a lower low. This low is lower than this low. This low. So I gave us the audacity to say, okay, it made a new high, price then makes a new low. We see before, price came below this area before. And it's pretty strong for sellers for this to be during London session. Price ball back up as we kept saying. Price kept rejecting that upside. A bunch of wicks going to the upside. It came down. We closed below and we sold. And we dropped down to the 5 minutes to get in this. Just seeing price on a 1 hour, 4 hour go in sync with sells, and then we just trickle down to 15-minute time frame. Wait for price to start giving us areas to get in at, and even this could have been a sign where price is weak below this level, even though we had this to the left. Or let's go to 14. Or we have price below this level basically already. So we had all sellers below this level previously before selling. So once we got to this area, we saw all the sellers come in and be very strong. The buyers just out of the market at that point, or didn't compete at that certain area. And below this area was sold. So we just got in on a 5 minute time frame. We saw that yeah, we could have gotten here, but we just knew underneath that level we had potential anywhere to get in, and we got in at the closer here. The 32. Let's go. It's the 20th right here. It's the trade. It took one trade. Um, Technically two, but just within the risk. But we'll be more strict with that. But we got in. I don't know where it's saying what we sold here. 23,301. Oh. So around this area, basically at the end of this wick we got in instead of down here, which made us an extra probably $4 or $5 or $10, whatever, which is actually very important. Our first entries are very important because we don't know or want to get into multiple entries. We got one single trial run to see what's gonna happen and let it sell down, and that's what happened on Wednesday. So that's our Wednesday trade. We're not gonna keep too long in that. We just made sure we targeted down here. It's basically a 1 to 3. And the reason why we did that because on a 1 hour time frame we had price on to the left. Once it got below this area, it even shows right here. Once we got below this area, we sold down to this, sold down to here, and I thought it was gonna go down even more because this level is now like the 4 hour support or daily support, you could say. So I was gonna see if price is gonna be impactful from that area and do this, but it did it pretty early, and that's pretty much for the Wednesday trade. So now we go into the more tough, being honest stage of Thursday and Friday, which Friday shouldn't be in the question because we shouldn't even be trading on Mondays, Sundays, Mondays, and Fridays at all, because the market hasn't cooked up enough on a Monday or a Sunday to even give us anything most of the time. Well, not all the time for us, because the volatility really isn't there. And it really depends on the news. And then you have Friday where you make all your profits the whole week, and you're the potential of putting your profits and the risk of hard-earned money or whatever on the line on a Friday when market closes. So not really a smart idea, which we did trade on Friday. So we'll go over the losses that we did take and be truthfully honest, and that's it. That's pretty much it for that Thursday. So we took the Thursday sell again, as you can see right here. Really a tough one. We really wanted to get back below where this lower low was created, and we decided to stay in it the whole time. Put our stop loss above this area. We got stopped out obviously. We thought we was gonna be able to capitalize, but price wanted to pull back to this area, which will probably have to mark this up again, where you see price is bearish below this area. So we'll see if we continue more down, but we did break other lower highs. So the downtrend of lower highs gets broken by these candles, green candles, and closes above these lower high areas. Then it's showing that it has potential for bullish, and obviously we would have gotten in or gotten something even over here, but first of all, it was Friday. We were still stubborn and biased in our trend, and we don't know how far price is gonna go up, or it's the bigger correction, because on the 4 hour it looks like that. This looks like price could go above here and come back down. So that's it for pretty much Thursday. We try to hold it down, hold it longer until Friday, and price actually came a little lower Friday morning right here, and we were asleep, so we didn't see this. But this would have probably been, if we all would have known where price is gonna end up be at or stop at, probably gonna take profit or kind of stop at, then we probably would take profit. But because price is making these lower lows over here and trickling down and then stop and then pull back up to come back down, I thought price would be down here or even below it, which, like I said, I was really targeting that support area down here, which will probably get down there, but we'll see how the economy goes. So that's pretty much it for our previous trades, and this is the pretty much This is Wednesday's trade. This is the 22nd. I don't know, 22nd. It's Friday. Yep. And this is where the Friday trade comes in at. Well, actually, it was Thursday, but we held it. We held the trade, and then we lost right here. That's when we got out by that big candle right here, and price kept buying up. And guess what? We was very indecisive. We wanted to get in. We got FOMO, and we kept trading. Why? On a Saturday, on a Friday at that. Why? So we lost the extra $120. If you want to round it up. Oh, it's even some more trades. So we're gonna count how many trades we took in totality. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 trades when you're only realistically only supposed to be seeing 3. It's crazy. And out of 11, we won 4 technical individual trades, which is crazy. Unacceptable. We gotta do better. We'll get better with time, and this week we'll show big improvement. And we have to know that each time we do put our money back in the market on a Friday, or even go in for a revenge trade, it sets us back, not even money wise or not even tangibly, but also mentally, because we have to mentally put ourselves in this position every single time. So we will be better. We'll only have 3 trades this week. That's just that. I want to be completely honest on these sessions. So that's pretty much it. We're at $2,000 account. We want to work to 3,000. Let's go into news that we got going on today. And yes, we did make a separate account on our liquid charts broker. So I'll be completely transparent. So for Tuesday, let's see what we have coming up for upcoming week. We have 8:30 durable goods for USD, orange folders. FOMC member speaks at 8:30 a.m. More USD yellow folder news. Then we go into 10 a.m. We have orange folders, consumer confidence and Richmond manufacturing index. That's pretty much it for Tuesday within that kind of session we play with. Going into Wednesday, we have really nothing. Crude inventories for USD at 10:30 a.m. And that's pretty much it for USD, except the FOMC member speaking at 11:45 a.m. And that's it for news on Wednesday. Going to Thursday, let's see, we have some more news. Yep, 8:30 a.m. Red folders, unemployment claims, GDP, pending home sales, all around the same time. Natural gas storage, all around the same time that we trade. I don't see any big talkers. I don't see a lot of red folders in general. But yeah, we're gonna see what the market does, and we'll look at the market right now. So we're gonna delete everything we have on this chart at the moment, and we're gonna mark up what we have. Price has shown us. So just go into the higher time frame. I want to see something cleaner. Like I was saying before, though. This is that resistance right here. You know what? Let's do this. Obviously, you can see this easily. You can see this right here. There we go. This is definitely a support. There's resistance before. All right, let's see what we got going on now with the charts. So we had this new high that was created, coming up all the way up here. Boom. Price then sells down. It stagnates a little bit. It consolidates just a tiny bit throughout the night. Price then comes back up, making a lower high. Price then comes back down, comes back up, comes back down, comes back up, comes back down. It's the 1 hour too, so. So we'll label this when we're done marking up, but this is what you're seeing at this moment. Down there equal. Boom. That's how that worked. So let's mark this up on Nas. It's much cleaner on a 4 hour. Probably do 4 hour zones or not. Let's see. Okay. Now let's go to where our high is. Let's mark this out. Technically, this is a higher high though. Yeah. This is a low. This is a lower high. This is a lower low. Lower high. Lower low. Lower high. Okay. So this is over here, a lower low. We just gotta take our time with this stuff though. Just work with me, we'll be just fine. And then you have this lower high set right here that was broken by that previous big candle right here. It's a lower low. I could delete this alert while we at it. Lower high. Well, actually, technically, it's a lower high, and this is where everything begins now. Now this is a low going to a high. A high now broke these lower highs. That's how I'm currently seeing. So it's a lower low. It's almost like a W to push it up. So this is what we have so far. Going to a higher time frame though, marking up this is very important in my opinion. It's the area where price. Oh, actually, we're doing the 1 hour because 1 hour is not that bad in the sense of what we thought it would be or is. This is a nice support. This is a nice support. That's pretty much our support levels. We gotta figure out what market is doing. And a bigger picture of things, what does this look like? Sells. But we currently just bought up and we might buy up to this area to come back down. We had a different we had this different over here. It's different. This would be a support over here, but it would be resistance at this point. The price did sell below this area. crazy. To the left, it's lining up with our support and resistance on the right. It's actually crazy. So it's actually going to where it's supposed to go. We're gonna see this price sell, but I don't want to kick out all the buyers yet because there's a very strong candle and we stayed above a certain level. So we'll wait and see what price does. But this is Nas 100, so we have to be very careful on how we maneuver, and we'll see how things play out on Sunday and Monday. I don't want to complicate or confuse myself or anybody else with marking up, so we're gonna leave this where it is. I think all the points that we have are valid. I think we can actually move off of these prices. And the reason why I say that, even on a 4 hour, if we go to a 4 hour, we can see. We'll do this too. We'll mark up this level down here. This level of support. I don't know why it's gray. Okay. So that's how we see the big picture of Nas. This is our markup so far. Not a lot of resistance areas so far, but we did break above this level and this level, so we'll see how price trickles down. If price does come up here, I really don't want to see it break this level. If it breaks one of these levels, then it might be actually done for buyers. But the next topic we have is gold. So jump into gold, a little bit more stuff on our page that we did think was going to be hit. We really just range for pretty much the 3 days, the Tuesday through Thursday days that we do get on. So that's kind of unfortunate, but let's delete all this stuff. Let's see what we can get in a sense of what's going on. But price was really consolidating for the past, like this whole month. We haven't really finished out the rest of this month, but it's only what, 10 more days to the next month, so we can really classify it. It's been ranging the whole month. Let's go to the 4 hour time frame though, because it's much cleaner. On a 1 hour, you have the consolidation zones, and it doesn't make anything easier, honestly. So let's mark up our zones on the 4 hour. I'll mark up this last previous high in a sense of a resistance. You know what? Before that, let's do this like we did before. We have price buy up off of this area. This is probably a nice support area. Anyway, we bought off of that support. Price sold down. Price came back up. Sold down. Came back up. Sold down. Came back up. Then came here and then wanted to buy up all of a sudden. On a 1 hour time frame, it's much messier in this. It's like 15 different. It's like, I don't know. I don't even want to get the count right and just assume, but you're getting with less. When your time frame decreases, that's the more candles you get. The higher you get is the less the candlesticks you see. So more candlesticks when you are at a lower time frame than if you're at a higher time frame, it's less candles. So that's our resistance we have there sitting there, and we'll mark this up after. But we see right here, obviously, we have pricing at this level. I don't know why my screen is freezing. Oh gosh, not this. Boom. So this is now green. I don't know where our okay. We'll put this as a support as well down here. I don't know why it's lagging like this all of a sudden. I just updated this computer too. Apple's always up to something. There's another support we have down here. It's Not letting me move. Okay. Obviously, this could be played as a resistance at this level. I will mark that up. Why? Because now this is a lower high. Let's see something here. Boom. And then we'll mark up that low that we still think price still gonna get to. I think it just wanted to pull back. I don't think we're gonna keep buying. We'll put this as support instead of resistance. But one thing, like I just said, we'll do. We have this higher high that was created. Price then came down, made a low. This made a lower high and made a lower low, breaking that support. Boom. Price built itself back up. Came below. What was this on a Monday? Came and sold lower, making a lower low, making a lower high. Price then made a new low. I had to make a new high. Didn't know how far I was gonna pull back. I pulled back around this area, as you can see, and price ended up just selling off. That's crazy. Also, yeah, we'll mark this up as well, just for the hell of it, because we don't know where price is gonna go or try to target. So we got this in green where it's gonna be red because of resistance level, the highest areas. If you don't want to go back that far, but it's the information it showed us. So this is what we have, and it looks pretty solid in my opinion. That's pretty much it for marking up our charts today, though. We want to make sure we reap a lot so we can start sow during the weekend. Not make it like rocket science, you know what I'm saying? Like, take a trade, if the trade's clean, if it's past its area of pulling back and coming back down to that area where it's weaker at, and that's the opportunity we want to take. Simple as that. That's pretty much set in stone with the levels that we have. I think we could both agree, and I mean, this level could be marked up as support. This is more of a consolidation area than anything. We got below this level before. I want to delete this alert too, but I don't want to repeat. Yeah. So really, just like this, I don't want to stay at the chart anymore longer than I already am. This same goes for us on sessions. When we're staring at the chart too long, after 9:30 or before 9:30, we just need to set alarms and wait to get in. That's pretty much it. We'll only be taking 0.010s if we have 100 pip. Yeah, 100 point risk, and anything more than 100 point risk will be less risk. Anything more than 100 point, we will risk less. So that's pretty much the session for today. Not too long. I really just been looking at the chart to see what's happening, but it's very strong at this level, as you can see. That's why we bought off of it. But I want to see how weak it could get, and I think we could get down here. I think it's just a temporary level where it pulled back from. I think it'll learn from this area over here to selling back down to this level. So we'll see over the course of these days, Sunday and Monday. Thank you guys for tuning in. It's Reap2Sow. I'll see you guys in pre-recorded session, and make sure you guys just back test y'all trades or go over y'all trades that y'all take or journal down how y'all felt or are feeling about trading, because it's an up and down battle. It's definitely difficult to get to certain goals, and you have to stay focused and locked in. That's the only way it can happen, and stop forcing things, because if you're forcing things for too long, it doesn't work. That's for people with the lucky charm and they system. They're just lucky like that. But we gotta work hard for ours, and we like it like that. It's gonna be big when we get to our goal. So Thank you guys tuning in. We're on a road to our $3,000 account. As you just saw, that took money out of our Liquid Charge Pro and made a new account because we're gonna set the tone off right, and we didn't. Trading on Friday, but it's okay. We can learn from it, and I'll see you guys on our pre-record session on Tuesday through Thursday, and let's get some good trades in for the week. I'll see you guys then, and yeah, I think I'm gonna still put my alarms on, but we'll wait for Tuesday. But thank you guys. Tune in. Peace. It's Reap2Sow. See you guys next time.